What's up, guys? Welcome back to Central City Barbecue. I'm Pitmaster James Cruz, and I'm back from about a 2-week break from YouTube. A couple weeks ago, I went down to Lake Charles, Louisiana to feed some people affected by Hurricane Laura. And then last week, I had to attend a funeral of a longtime friend of mine. A good friend of mine, Timmy, basically a brother, lost his dad a few weeks ago, Mr. Tim. Mr. Tim was known by a few nicknames. Big Guy is one of the most popular ones, and I'm doing this video for Big Guy. I'm doing country style ribs. It's one of the things that he would cook, I felt like, on a weekly basis. I mean, he didn't do it barbecue style. He put them in a glass casserole dish, put them in the oven, covered some barbecue sauce, and they were good. You know, we'd play basketball all day long, and I'd walk in the house, and I don't think he ever called me James. He would say, "What'd you say there, Cruz? You hungry?" Now, of course, I'd say yes. He would be cooking his country style ribs, and he was proud of them, and look, they were good. So hopefully I make you proud, Big Guy. I'm going to do my version of country style ribs just for you. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Country style ribs. Well, what are they? Not a rib. It's actually a cut of pork from the Boston butt. Guess what else? Not even the butt of the pig. It's actually the front shoulder. So what this is, they'll take 1.5 inch or so slices of the Boston butt, cut them in half, and therefore you have these things. Nice meaty pieces of pork. A fat cabbage. We're about to do some trimming of these things in a little bit, but I'm going to cook these things probably like a not so much a hot and fast smoke, but a pretty high smoke on these things. Then I'm going to grill them, put some sauce on them, and we're going to enjoy it. I'm going to like this. Let's get to prepping them. All right. So what we're going to do with these things, we're going to do a light trim on them. Okay. Some of this heavy fat is never going to render down on such a shorter cook. Like I'm doing. If I was doing a long, slow cook, smoking for a long period of time, I might leave some of that on there, but for the most part, this stuff's not going to render down. Okay? Then you can have this side over here, which is pretty much just a chunk of fat. That's going to come off too. Okay? That one looks good. Let's tighten this one up a little bit. Get some of that loose stuff off there. That looks good. Take a little bit of this off. A little bit of that off. A little bit of this off. And you can save some of this stuff if you want to make lard. You can. It's very useful in a lot of dishes. That looks pretty good too. But I'm probably not going to save any of that. I'm just going to get rid of it. Take this off as well. All right. Another thing too is when you pick these up from your butcher, you either rinse them or wipe them off pretty good, because sometimes when they're freshly cut, you can actually have some bone fragments. It looks like a white dust. Get rid of that. You don't want that on any cut of pork or any cut of meat that you're getting that's freshly cut. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to season these with our sweet heat rub from the restaurant. Okay? I'm going light. You could use whatever your favorite barbecue rub is. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be a competition rub. Just something nice. You can use a Creole seasoning. You can use salt and pepper. It doesn't have to be, this is your pork. You cook it however you like. I'm going to just give you something that I like to do. Okay? Look at these last two. All right. Put a nice coat of that stuff. This stuff right here is going to give it a nice, sweet, spicy, a little savory flavor to it. It's going to put a nice color on it. Can't wait to get these things on the smoker. Now that we got them all rubbed up, let's put them on the pan. I'm going to transfer them over to the grill. We've got that Weber Kettle up to temp. It's around 275 to 300. And I'm cooking hot. We're going to put some hickory and some cherry in there. And the reason why I want it a little hot, because I want those coals kind of burning pretty hot. And I'm going to sear these things off after the sauce towards the end, and I want those things good, nice sear on them as well. All right, let's get them to the grill. All right, guys, I've got a nice mix of some lit and unlit B&B hickory lump. Love that stuff. I put these things on. So we're around 275, so I've got a light sizzle, not much. All right, let's put these things. Don't really have to be touching. You want some air to pass around on both sides. Okay. Let's put this last guy on. Can't leave him out of the party. Okay. For pork, I like to add a 2-to-1 ratio of cherry to hickory. So add 2 chunks of cherry, 1 of hickory. All right, so it's been about an hour. Okay. These guys are here starting to get some really good color on them. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip them over. I want to make sure it's even cooked. So basically I'm flipping one end to the other end, get it close to that fire. but also putting the bottom half facing up. Okay, I want them to cook evenly all the way across. And then while I have this open right here, I'm gonna add a little more of that rub over the top. But these things have been sweating a little bit as they're rendering out their, the fats and connective tissue. They sweat, so the bottom half starts to lose a little bit of that bark. Also, while we have it here, we're going to take an internal temperature. We have 153. Let's see if you can actually see that on some of these. Oh, look at that. 160 something. This right here, we are at 162. We're getting close. Okay. Let's close it back up. We'll come back in about a half hour and check it out. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes. Now we're going to check the temp because I think these things are about ready to be wrapped. At 180, 190 there. 184 there. Man, check out the color on these bad boys right here. Let's take them off and wrap them up and put them back on the grill. All right, so now we come to the wrapping stage. Big Tim, he loved his glass casserole dish. You could use that, you could use a pan, whatever you want, wrap in foil, put a lid on it, throw it in the oven, smoke or grill. I'm going foil. I like to wrap it really tightly. I want these sauces here. I'm using restaurant vinegar and sweet sauce along with some rub. I want it to be in close proximity to the meat. I'm gonna wrap it up really tight, I'm gonna put it back on, and I want these things to finish out when they're probe tender. Like Big Tim used to say, boy, when they get tender, that's when they're done. Well, I'm trying to get them tender. And they're going to be probably in that 200-degree range, but I'm looking for the probe just to glide right through. We're going to pull them off, glaze them, char them up a little bit. Not char them, but char them a little bit. Take them off, and we're going to enjoy these things. Let's get to the wrapping stage. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of our sweet sauce. You could use whatever, sweet barbecue sauce, spicy barbecue sauce, whatever you want. I'll put a nice little layer down at the bottom right there. I'm going to lay these in here evenly. You can put them up tight. It doesn't matter. They're not shy. Put them right next to each other. Now, some of these bones, you got to watch putting them really, you don't want to wrap it too tight in the foil because you definitely don't want to pierce your foil. After that, we're going to go over with a little bit of our vinegar sauce here at the restaurant. It's very tangy, you got some heat in it, you got a little sweetness. A little more sweet sauce over the top. And then some of that sweet heat barbecue rub. You realize these things are going to sweat a little more. They're going to render out a little bit more. We're going to just kind of try to recoup what we had before. Just like the other rib video, we're going to wrap them just like this, okay? Like we're wrapping a present. Want them tight. Pull over. All we're doing is creating a little pocket. Squeeze your corners in. Got this thing tight right here. Squeeze your corners in. And look at that. This thing's about to go back on the smoker. That wasn't so hard, was it? Pork loves to be wrapped. Speaking of pork, why shouldn't you play basketball with a pig? Because he's a ball hog. Alright, also, very little known, unproven, unofficial, little fact about Big Tim. That guy laughed at every single one of my jokes. Be right back. These things should be done now. Let's check them out, okay? Let's unwrap them. I don't know if you can see that right there, but look at that. Let's get it, let's see. Whew. I hit the bottom of the foil. It's around 204, 205. That's nice. Let's take them off. We're going to sauce and put them right back on. Boy, these things do smell good. I'm about to sauce them up with some sweet sauce from the restaurant. I'm going to put them over the hot side where the coals are, let it sizzle. Take them off. Whew. I can't wait. Yeah, check these things out. Let's get a little sweet sauce over the top. Okay. Not a lot. I don't want them too crazy. I'm going to brush them on really good. Okay. And that mahogany color is really coming out. It's going to be nice. I'm going to let this sauce right here really cook on these ribs over that fire. I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to sauce the other side. Then we're eating. Let's get to the grill. Alright guys, so we're going to sauce one side. All these things look like they want to fall apart on me. This won't take long. It's only going to be a couple minutes each side, if that. Hear that sizzle right there? You get a little caramelization on that sauce. You don't want to burn it. Just a little caramelization. So this bone right here is separated on this one. Alright? Let's sauce the other side of it. Look at this right here. Boy, that is nice, isn't it? Look at the color in that thing. Let's close the lid. We're back in about 30 seconds to sauce the other side. Flip it over. Country style ribs. Boy, these things bring back some memories, and I'm about to remind myself again. I'm about to dig into one of these things. Look at this thing. It just pulls apart. It's juicy. It's tender. Man. I'm sorry, I'm too big of a bite. That's so good. Got a little bit of char from the barbecue sauce, the sizzle on there, from the sweet heat from that rub, sweet sauce. Man, I'll tell you one thing. That's some good stuff. That really is. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, like I said, this brings me back to when I was younger. Stop eating for a second. I mean, just once you want to eat one of these things with a scoop of potato salad, some corn, some mac and cheese, and something like that, and you know, hopefully, Big Guy's proud of me because I think he would have liked these things. I mean, you can't get much better than this. It's got a rich pork flavor. You got that, like I said, that sweet heat rub on there. Good barbecue sauces cooked on over the charcoal, and you know, and I don't know what to say about Big Tim. I think he would like this stuff right here. But let me remind you guys about what we did here today. You know, we got some 1.5-inch thick St. Louis ribs from the butcher. Took them in and put a little our sweet heat rub on them. Put them on the grill in the Weber Kettle grill back there. Over some B&B hickory lump and some cherry and wood chunks. And you know, cooked it for about an hour and 45 minutes, I believe it was, and you know, flipped it after that, added a little more rub to it, took it off, wrapped it in foil with some vinegar sauce and some sweet sauce, a little bit more rub, took it till it was pro tender, and it was, you know, you can't beat it, you know, I don't, it's a tough one for me, but anyway, some good stuff. But look, hopefully you guys, you know, are following this channel along. I don't plan on taking any more breaks. It's been a good one. You know, it's one of those things to bring back memories of people and stuff. But anyway, look, subscribe, like our channel, follow, share it. If you got some you know, some ideas, some recipes that you guys want me to cook, or how about this? Let's talk family memories and stuff like that. Just, you know, show me something. Show me a picture of country style ribs. You know, and see a picture. I want to see a plate of it. Paper plate with some mac and cheese and a group of people having a good time. But I'll see you guys next week, and we're gonna have some fun. And I've got more jokes for you. Thank you.